guys, so as you can see we're back on the Hyundai. You can see it's got 3 screws in there, and the reason for that is I can't find a bonnet that is reasonably priced. Everyone seems to be wanting extortionate prices, and it doesn't make sense to pay in excess of £300 for a bonnet when we still haven't got a bumper, we still haven't got a rad pack, so it doesn't really make sense blowing our budget on one part, especially when the car's going to be less than retail when we come to sell it. So I went to a few body shops. Again, the prices were through the roof. I did speak to someone who gave me a little bit of advice and told me, look, why don't you have a go at yourself? Worst case scenario, you screw it up, bring it to me and I'll put it right. So you can see we've got a dent around here. Now, I did a bit of online research as well. I'm not the best body worker. Look, to be honest, I'm terrible. I'm probably one of the worst ones out there because I've never done body work before. This is a first for me. But from what I discovered is you either need to tap the dent out from underneath, which I can't do because it's like it's got another sheet underneath it, so it's like double skinned, or you need to put some holes in the top and pull the dent out. Now you can use like a welding thing, so it almost welds onto the bonnet and then you just pull it like that. We don't have that, so we're going with some screws, and the holes we make, we'll rust treat them. So we'll go back to the metal, rust treat them, and then when we filler it, they'll all be covered. So what I did see online, the way he done it, was he put 3 holes in where the dents technically are, and as you can see, it's on the body line across here. So if I just lift this up, you can see where the line goes across, and it's just on this line here. So I'm just going to put this back down because the camera, for some reason, doesn't want to focus properly. But all I did was just tap the screws in. Now if we go ahead and using the back of a hammer, oh yeah, so it's working. It is working. It is working. Now this bottom one, oh, we popped it. So I'm not sure if you can see that we've got the dent, like, I think we've got it out. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the screws. Oops. So I'll just put them there. So we are left with, the paint cracking doesn't matter. See, we are left with 3 holes there, which aren't a problem. We do have a tiny bit of a crease here, which I'm thinking, should we just tap a screw in and see if we can pull that out as well? Might be worth a bit of a shot, to be honest. So, where's the screw gone? It's about here, I'd say. So, not really gripping it at all. That's got it a bit better. That's going flying as well. Right, got the drill. Hopefully it screws in perfect. Right, so that's gone in there. And as I was screwing it, was lifting up a little bit there. So now, if I just, oh, that's perfect. There we are. Right, so, to be honest with you, I thought this was going to be a lot more harder. So we have got the dent out, as you can see. It's not obviously 100% perfect. And now we've got some scratch holes. But if I just put this there, what we need to do now is we need to try and remake that line with some filler. I don't think the filler would stick straight to the bodywork. I think we're going to have to take a bit of the paint off so it's a bit more metally, and then apply a small layer of filler and sand it and try and get the shape back, I think. I've got literally no idea. Everyone makes it look easy, and especially when the body shop guy was talking about it, made it look so easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, we'll get some of that paint off, I'll get some rust treatment on it, and then we will come back and mix the filler. Right, so we've got the area all exposed. I just took a grinding disc to it, which has exposed the metal. So now we can go ahead, put the treatment on, and once the treatment's on, we can start getting some body filler mixed up. So I am waiting for the rust sealing stuff to arrive. I have been told from our part supply it's literally just a clear spray on stuff. From what he said, that the one he's got, he goes just clear spray on. Told him we've made some holes, I don't want it to rust later. And he said it won't rust, just spray it on and put the nozzle of it through the holes, and it should just spray that through as well. He goes, it's almost clear, dries almost instantly, and he goes, you may as well start mixing the body filler. So we're going to go ahead, wait for him to drop that off, and I'm going to try and dig out if I've got any body filler lying around. If I haven't, I'm going to have to get him to get me some. We'll see what the crack is once he gets here. Right, so we've got that rust treated. Again, hasn't cost me a penny, that, thank you, because the parts supplier had a bottle of rust repellent or whatever it's called, and he just sprayed some on for me. Now that was sprayed almost about half an hour ago, because he goes it does need some time to dry. Whilst he was at it, he dug around and he found us some body filler, which again, this is why I use a small parts shop that's a family owned business, rather than using the big retailers all the time. I do use the big retailers sometimes, but majority of the time it's the small ones, because they go out of their way for stuff like this. Like, he could have charged me for the rust repellent, he would have made some money. Instead he goes, I've got a bottle kicking around, let me just spray it on for you, and he's took the bottle back with him. We don't need it. Body filler, I told him bring me some down, I don't have any. Again, he's just gave us some that he already had. So the body filler is just here, and now he has told me that this is an extremely messy job, and he's told me that I need to work it a little bit. So we've got the body filler on the back of just a cardboard piece from a part that arrived in something, I don't know what it was now. But he goes, what you need to do is you need to, the hardener is the red stuff, and the filler is the like grey creamy stuff. And he told me you need to work it until it goes like the pink's kind of moistened in, and the pink is the hardener. So the more I add, the less play time I have with it. I do think I added a bit too much, but you know what, it's one of those things, if we don't do it, you're never going to learn. And he told me it shouldn't be lumpy. It doesn't look lumpy to me. It looks fine, and worst case scenario, I screw up, I just give it to the body shop, they can fix it. They do it in, day out. So for them, yes, it's changing its consistency now. It's going more like a light pink. I'm not sure how long I'm supposed to play with it, but it isn't. It's not got a particularly nice smell to it either. Quite lucky that I'm a bit ill. I can't fully smell it, but I think that's ready. It looks like it's ready to me. He gave me another card. Where is it? So we've got two cards, one to use as a scraper or something like that. So if we just take it off there, and now, tell you what, if I was a kid I'd love this stuff. Well, other than the smell, I still like it, to be fair with you. But I'm not a kid. Right, so now I think we just apply it on as normal. And oh crap, why is it not going on there? It's basically like plastering a car. You plaster a house, I'm plastering a car. But I'm terrible at it, if you can't tell. And then just gonna slap it all on there, you know what? Like, how hard can this be? everyone in the videos makes it look extremely easy. I'll tell you firsthand, it really isn't. So when Bodyworks charge what they're charging, it is understandable. But I think we can knock some of this down, you know, through sanding and stuff. Oh, I don't even know if you're supposed to put a thin coat on and then add more later. I know that's what you're supposed to do with plastering, aren't you? And this is essentially plastering a car, so who knows? Right. Main thing is it's covering up the dent somewhat. Not perfect, but I think that's fine. Shit, that looks really bad. Bloody hell. Shit. I didn't realise how hard this would actually be. What I might do is I might just back off a little bit now and just wait until it goes off a little bit, and then, you know, try and like sand it a little bit maybe, or add more at that time. Oh, see, that's going nicer now. Oh yeah, I like that. Ah, I think you're supposed to leave it on a little bit, and then when it goes a bit more harder, you change the shape of it. But now I've got a hole at the top. Should I just add that little bit in there? Watch me add this little bit and I'll screw it all up. I know there's going to be people in the comments, you know, the professionals, who are going to say this is a terrible job, but you know what, Wesk? My first time, I don't really care what you think. I can only get better. And like I said, if I do massively screw it up where I don't know what to do anymore, I'll just give it to a body shop. And you know what, if you never try, you're never going to know, are you? So, I'm just going to scrape all this and put it to the side, because I plan on reusing this like cardboard, because I don't have a lot of cardboard lying around. Not really sure how long it takes to go hard either. That might have to be something we figure it out. I did put a lot of the red stuff in, which is hardener. To me, it doesn't look too bad, you know. Like, yes, it's not perfect, and I've lost that line, but realistically, we've got, I'm not sure why it's gone black either. It's just dust. But realistically, if I can, the line's there, and it's there, surely there's got to be a way to bring that line back like that. I'm not 100% certain. To be honest with you, I'm just enjoying it. So if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. At least I've had fun. That's what matters. You got to have a little bit of fun, haven't you? So I'm just going to leave this here, let that go hard there. We've got the cardboard. We're going to clean these two up. Just going to wipe them with a bit of tissue paper. We'll let that go harden. The way I'm going to check if that's hard, without actually touching that one, I'm going to touch this one here. So I've left quite a big dollop on this one here. We'll just like prod something in like a screwdriver or something and see if it's gone hard. If that one's gone rock solid, we'll come back to this one. I'm thinking maybe we sand it first and then add more. I'm not sure why I've left this here, because that doesn't need to stay there, does it? Yay! As you can tell, I'm a proper little kid. I'm not sure I could do this for a living, like, but it's definitely fun. Or right now it's fun anyway. What we'll do is we'll go ahead, let it harden, see what happens. Once it's all hard, might sand it first and add more, might add more and then sand it afterwards. I think we might be best off just sanding it first and, you know, working our way backwards, not working our way forwards like that. So I don't want to mix too much up and, you know, keep wasting the product. I don't want to massively screw it up. I'd rather take it in baby steps. So if I have screwed it up, we can reverse something. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll let it all go hard, and once it's hard, I'll see you guys back and we'll see what we can do. Right guys, so unfortunately I wasn't able to finish it off that day, but we are going to make a move on it today. So as you can see, I did go ahead and do a lot of the sanding, which is done. I did just do one light little spray coat of primer, which is just this stuff here. It's like you just spray it on. It says grey, but it looks white. But anyway, I've done that just so I could see if I had that line. And as you can see, I've got that line somewhat good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it any better. But for a first time, I'm quite happy with that. And I'd be happy to repair it fully and, you know, sell it onwards. Haven't had no luck with the bonnet. So unfortunately, we are going to spray this one. I have got a new bonnet. A new bumper, which we're going to scuff up and paint later on. We're going to give it a go ourselves, and hopefully all goes for the best. As you can see, the radiator is still damaged, but I have been in talks with someone who's going to come out and actually take a radiator off their own car and fit it onto mine and take one off mine. I apologise for the little kid in the background. It's my little one, and he's joined me today on his little apprentice. He is only 1 year old, so if you do see him on the camera or you do hear him, I do apologise in advance. But you know what they say, train them young. So I'm training them young. But at the minute he's just messing about with little spanners and stuff, so it might be in and out of the camera, might not be. My YouTubers might see him before they see me. But we'll see what the case is. At the minute he's just playing about, like I said. But back to the car. What we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to just sand a little bit down here in order to get this nice and smooth. All this is feathered in, which is quite nice. When I am running my hands over it, it's not 100%, like I can feel a little bit of waves in it, but I'm not fully sure how to get, like, when I say waves, I mean like it's a dent, like almost in the panel, so I can feel it along here, but like I said, I'm not 100% certain on how to get that out of there. But what we are going to go ahead and do is sand it off a little bit, and hopefully we'll get it back down to something that's better. We are then going to need to add a bit more filler just to get them holes out. I have been told to use a product called knife and putty, but I've looked online, and if you mix up small amounts of body filler, that's what you want to do in them holes, and then you want to use knife and putty afterwards. I have ordered some knife and putty, so that should be here later on today. But I did go out and see a body workshop yesterday, so I've got some body filler coming from there as well. But if I grab the sandpaper, which should be around here somewhere, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to sand it a little bit better. So we've got this little edge here, which we need to sand down. So I can see the primer starting to come back off. Primer is dry, dry-ish anyway, but this was a little bit too high. And what I'm using is a block, a sanding block. So this is by 3M. And what that does is, because it's nice and flat there, it's supposed to like go across the bodywork and hopefully keep it flat, rather than if I do it with my hands, you know, your fingers keep it a bit up. So we have got it like this, and I got told by a body workshop that if you do see metal, it's nothing to worry about. It just basically means that there's not a lot of filler in there. So I'm just scratching this up a little bit, and like I said, that's knocked down enough now. Like I said, you can feel a little bit of a kink here, which I suppose you'd probably maybe pull this part here. But I don't want to mess with it because it's, I think if I do, I'm just going to ruin it. So what we do want to go ahead and do is, now I've knocked some of that primer back off, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to mix a little bit more body filler up, but we're going to apply it with a smaller spatula, and we're really just going to focus on getting these holes out of the way. As you can see there, now the body line's not as visible, which is the main reason why you use like the primer to show it. But if I go ahead and just grab the body filler, so we'll get our trusty little mixing pad thing back. So we'll put the mixing pad there, and I just need to get the body filler. I can't actually find the body filler, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a little treasure hunt, try and find the body filler. I'll get it mixed up and then we'll apply it together. Right, so
we've got the body filler just here. If I put it there, I'm hoping you can see that. Yeah, so just about, if we zoom out a little bit, might be a bit better. That might be a bit better. So we've got the body filler there, and as you can see, it's just a small amount. I haven't mixed up a large amount. I am going to put a hardener in it, and I did confirm the more hardener you put in, the more faster it gets hard. So I put loads in there, which is on the hopes that it does harden up extremely fast so we can move on, because who wants to be in this stage forever? I want to get to the painting stage. Again, I've never painted before, so really it's more or less like I said last time, it's like a little kid in a sweet shop. Oh crap, I think I put a bit too much hardener in. Oh crap. I'll grab the other spatula. I think I've messed that one up big time. But obviously, it's all a little learning curve. I think rather than mixing it on the board, I might just mix it on here. So, if we... I'm not sure this is actually doing anything. That is really, really red. I don't think it's... Well, do you know what? I think it'll be alright. Like there is a... Sorry, I was out of camera. I didn't realise. So I put it on the spatula and we're literally just doing this. And then lifting it up and then literally just going like that. And we're going to apply it with the skinnier one. So, not skinnier, yeah, skinnier really, yeah. So we're going to apply it with this one, just on the hopes that I think it can fill more holes up. I found that a bit funny. Anyway, so we've got this all there, and now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to just add it into there. So if I go back to there for use, you might be able to see what I mean. So as you can see there, we've got quite a lot of holes. And what I plan on doing is using this to kind of like fill the holes. I'm doing it very careful because the last thing I want to do is get rid of that line we made. I suppose this is more or less like polyfiller now. Like the last one was plastering. I think this one's more or less like polyfiller, because you're kind of patching it all up. I think, well, I kind of know it's not supposed to be red, so we might have, well, I say we, you're just watching, it's mainly me that's screwing things up. But I think we might have to, you know, take this layer off and then like sand this layer down a little bit and then maybe add a bit more afterwards. And then maybe we have to add the knife and putty. Obviously I've got my little commentator on the side there. I think that is us somewhat done. And on the camera I've just noticed that looks really bad, but in person it really doesn't. So I think we will be okay in the long run. I suppose we're only going to find out once we get closer to that. But what we need to do is we need to wait for it to go ahead and dry. Once it's all dried up, we can then sand it and cover it up and get some primer on it, and hopefully it should look 10 times better. So we're going to have to wait for it to dry now.